Are you ready to expand your life and reality? Join us for the next hour with Jamie Bates as she shares life-changing thoughts, techniques, and awarenesses to help you expand your reality.
Hello and welcome. I am Jamie Bates, consciousness facilitator and expander of realities. My mission with my radio show is to create greater awareness of what is possible and to expand you beyond the limitations of this reality. I am grateful that you're joining me today. And today I'm talking about money. Yeah, today we are going to dive into an energy I talked about last week on my show about choices. I talked about one of the choices I have currently been making in my life is about choosing money. So today I thought I would invite you into that choice as well. Today I thought, I talked about last week about how I've actively been choosing to have more money than I can ever spend. And so I thought today, hey, let's create a space for you to have more money than you can ever spend, right? Because there's enough for all of us, you guys. Nobody has to be richer than anyone else. We actually truly all can truly have more money than we could ever spend. Yeah, how fun would that be? Yeah. So let's do that today. So before I start really diving into the different topics, let's go ahead and get ourselves expanded out. So go ahead and put your barriers down, 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 your barriers down. Take some nice deep breaths. And if you've never done this before, what we're essentially going to do is we're going to expand out the energy, the space, and the consciousness of who you be as the infinite being that you be. Because you are an infinite being and you have a body, right? And your body is within your being. And so we're going to take that space of who you be even further than you currently may be in. And we're going to go ahead and expand you out. And you don't actually have to know anything. You don't have to see anything. You don't have to do anything. You just have to listen to the sound of my voice and allow your being to expand. So go ahead and make yourself as big as the state that you're in and go all the way out and all the way down and all the way up. And go ahead and make yourself as big as the country that you're in, all the way out and all the way down and all the way up. And go ahead and make yourself as big as the planet that we're on, bigger and faster and bigger and faster and bigger and faster, all the way out to the space. Actually, not that far yet. We're not going that far. We're just going to become one with everyone and everything. There we go. And the universe, as big as the universe actually is. Yeah, in the multiverse, multiple universes. And let's times that by a million, 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 all the way out to the space of who you be as the infinite being that you be. Awesome. Yeah, bigger and faster and bigger and faster and bigger and faster. Awesome. So today we are going to dive into all of these weird and wonky places about money. Money is such a strange thing, isn't it? It's like we base everything on money. We base our choices on money. We base what we can and can't choose on money. We base our future on if we're going to have the money for it, right? Oftentimes something comes up, it's 6 months and you're already trying to figure out if you're going to have the money for it or if you can choose it. What if you don't have all of these weird places, right? Money is such an interesting concept. And the thing is when you can get out of that money struggle, when you no longer look at your life and base everything on if you're going to have the money to choose it or not, what you find is everything gets way easier. Choices get way easier. Um, and I know that one of the big things, I think even one of the big sticking points, and this energy continues to get perpetrated in this world, is money can't buy happiness, right? Uh, you're like, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it's not going to make you happy. And I really want to call that bullshit right now, because I get that, like, it might not necessarily quote unquote always make you happy, right? But it sure does create an amazing space of ease when you have money and when you don't have to worry about money, right? So along with that same lines of really looking at like these places where like you've identified with this idea that money can't make you happy, or money's not going to change your life, everything, all of that is. Yes. And all of that, and really everywhere that you're in resistance to that. Ooh, all the way down, 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 all the way down. And what we're going to do is here, we're just going to grab all of that energy, okay? We're just going to get all of it, all of it, all of it, everywhere you're resisting energy, everywhere you have all these viewpoints about money, and we're going to clear that. And how I basically do that is I just allow you to grab it all, right? We're just going to grab it all energetically, and then what we're going to do is I'm just going to ask you if we can choose to remove all of that from all of your universes, right? Because we just expanded out as big as our universe. So if we can choose to remove that from all of our universes, and all you have to say is, yes, I choose that now. So can we just choose to remove that from all of your universes? And just say, yes, I choose that now. And we're just going to vaporize it, okay? So energetically, we're just going to vaporize, 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 vaporize. And what we're actually doing here is we're allowing that energy to shift and change. We're going to like kind of clear it out, and we're going to kind of insert viewpoints about money that actually truly do work for us. Money is such an expansion. It has such an expansive energy about it. And in this reality, we have really been taught that money is kind of like, money's the root of all evil, right? Money is a bad thing. And that's not true. And everywhere you've agreed and aligned with any of that. Yes, all of that, 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 all of that. Yeah, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of your universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. So basically all I'm doing with this clearing is I am giving you a new space to have a different choice. You want to kind of remove the polarity on that. And that's everywhere where you've decided that these things are right or wrong, and you've stuck this energy within your energy space and consciousness. So when I'm asking you these questions, you may feel this like rush of energy, or you may even feel like you take this nice deep breath. And what that really means is that the clearing is working for you. It's changing the energy around the thoughts and ideas that you have around the concepts or the questions that I'm asking about. So when we clear it out, what that clearing is actually doing is it's giving you a different choice and a different possibility. Yeah, so today the whole show is around creating a new space for you to have more money than you can ever spend. So I want you to feel that for a second for yourself. What comes up for you when you think about having more money than you can ever spend? Yeah, just feel all that. You feel all those thoughts, you feel all those energies that maybe kind of come rushing at you, all those places where you go, oh, you're not allowed to have money. Oh, you know what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to work really, really hard for all that money, right? Oh, if you had a lot of money, this is all the things that it means about you. Or maybe you even go to like, you know, you can't actually have money. I mean, we have so many points of view about money. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, everything, all of that is. So where is everywhere that you're not allowed to have money? Ooh, all of that, 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 all of that. Everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Yeah, let that shift and change, and shift and change, and shift and change. Just let all of that go. You know, if we kind of look at this from this infinite being standpoint, I kind of come from the viewpoint that I get that, like, I've been and done this reality many times, right? This isn't my first rodeo here. How about you? This is probably not your first rodeo here either, right? You've been here and you've done and you've been and done and been and done, right? And we get all these weird and wonky viewpoints around money and around our life and around what we can and can't have. So let me just kind of run you through a story real quick. So let's say this is kind of one story that I kind of like to look at when it comes especially to money. If we kind of align and agree with this idea that we've been here before, and maybe we feel in our bodies that we've been here before, and so maybe let's say, I don't know, 10 lifetimes ago, or maybe five times lifetimes ago, however long it's been for you, you were maybe someone who had a lot of money. Maybe you were someone who had a lot of um, livestock, or maybe you were someone who created something really amazing in that time. And someone you had left for the day, and someone had broken into your home and maybe killed your family for what you had. Okay, I know that's kind of maybe a drastic viewpoint, but I mean, we all know that, the times we live in right now, I think people kind of look at them and think that they're the worst times ever, but I don't really know that this time is really any different than any other time that we've been here. We just know about it now because we hear about it on social media. But we all know that, like, back in the, let's just even look at, like, in the in uh the cowboys and Indians time frame, I mean, they were always killing each other. That was just kind of part of life. And people did get killed and murdered for the things that they had. So if something like that, just that one instance, happened to you, and you came home and you went to, like, oh my gosh, please God, I never want to have, riches again, because I never want to be put in this position where I'm left alone, or my family gets murdered for it. We've all had those times in our lives, even currently, where something bad has happened, right? And we start making those plea deals. Isn't that interesting that when something happens in your life, you start making deals? Yeah, I remember from a very, very young age, from being maybe 6 or 7 years old, uh, experiencing some trauma in my life, and even saying out loud, you know, if this trauma never happens to me again, I promise that I'll never, truly be the true space of me, right? I mean, how many of those deals have you made in your life? In your several lives. Now, if you decide that you never want to have money again, or you never want to have riches again, or you never maybe want to be known in the community for having more than others, what you really do is you invoke an energy in the energy space and consciousness of who you be, that is literally there to protect you from that pain. It's there. It's a we live in an ask and receive universe. When you ask for something, the universe provides. And when you go to that place of being sad, or being upset, or being devastated, and you start begging, please never allow this in my life again, the universe responds, and the universe sets you up so that literally never happens to you again. Yeah, that right there. And everything, all of this is. Yes, and all the fog in and around all of it, everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Yeah, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Yeah, just let all that go. And that literally becomes places and spaces where you're just really not allowed to have money. And it's not that, even in that instance, maybe somebody put a curse on you or somebody stopped you. Like, you potentially, there's spaces and places within you that you asked to never have riches again, to never have money again, to never have that ease of wealth again. Everything, all of that is. And everywhere you asked for that yourself. Yes. All of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 and revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate, and make null and void, 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 make null and void. And all of the oaths, vows, commitments, agreements, swearings, binded and bonded contracts, everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate. And just let all that go. And let's actually receive. Let's receive a space for you to have more money than you can ever spend. What can you receive right now? To have this space for you, to have more money than you can ever spend. And just receive that. Yeah, receive, 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 receive. I'm going to really change that energy around these spaces and places where you're just literally not allowed to have money. Yeah, and just receive. Get all of that in there because you can have money. The universe is an abundant place. You know, they say there's like trillions of dollars that go unaccounted for every single year. Trillions. I read something somewhere that said that there was enough money circulating in this world for all of us to be millionaires. Every single one of us. Isn't it time that you started claiming and owning the money that's owed to you? Yeah. So I want you to kind of look at this for a second, because if you're not allowed to have money, okay, what that actually starts to create is it starts to create a resistance to money. So if we go back to that idea even that, you've been and done this reality lots of times, there's potentially people all over this world that owe you money, that owe you some kind of financial compensation. Now, if you have this energy of I'm not allowed to have money, you essentially kind of have all of these places and spaces where you're like, no, I can't receive that. No, I can't have that. No, I can't. If you hear a lot of that noise in your brain that's always telling you you can't have that, you can't choose that, you can't, do that, you can't go there, you can't, blah, 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 blah. That's all of those places and spaces where you're not allowed to have money. Okay. And what happens is when you start actually releasing those, when you start actually removing those places and spaces where you're not allowed to have money, what actually starts happening is random money starts showing up all over the place. Seriously. I have people that take my money courses and literally email me, like I would say I get at least probably, I don't know. I get a few emails every couple days anyways. I get at least one a day. Some days I don't get maybe one, but maybe the next day I get three, about, people who have random money show up for them, whether it's back tax money, whether it's free rent. I mean, I had a lady who had a random check show up for her that's been out in the government for like 25 years. And it wasn't a small amount either. It was a very, very large amount of money that was from like a great grandfather. And it never got, for whatever reason, it never got to her. Like, if you are actively resisting, if you are actively not allowed to have money, the universe has literally no way to get it to you. And when you start actually changing this, what actually starts happening is money starts showing up for you in random places and spaces. Yeah, more space, more space. And little bits of money starts trickling in. But what I'm talking about today is not little trickles of money. But what if more money than you could ever spend is out there waiting for you? What if there's this large amount of money or large amount of trickles of money that want to start contributing to you? Could you be the space of that? Yeah, and everything that doesn't allow that for you. All of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Let it go and just receive. What can you receive to create a space for you to have more money than you can ever spend? So as this energy kind of trickles out, we want this energy of abundance, this energy of more money that you can ever spend. I mean, just think about how exciting that is. How exciting would your life be if you always had more money than you could ever spend? Oh, yeah. So what would that mean about you? Oh, all of that. All of that, 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 all of that. Ooh, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Isn't that interesting? All of the points of view that you have that it would mean about you if you had more money than you could ever spend. It's like there's like energies of like, oh, I would be greedy, or oh, I would be this, or oh, I would be that. But that's not true. It's not real. It's not true. Because the reality is you could have more money than you could ever spend, and you could use that money to put back into the community. You could put it back into people you want to help. You could put it back into buying companies and resources to help the world grow. There's no cap or no limitation about having more money than you could ever spend. That doesn't mean that you have to get one large sum of money and then you could never spend it. Yeah, everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. Like, I'm truly talking about more money than you could ever spend. It's like somewhere we want to loop in this place where it's like, oh my gosh, if I had a lot of money, then that would mean I could never spend it. No, I'm not talking about having money and never spending it. I mean, like, let's go big here, people. I mean, I'm trying to think of someone like let's go Kardashian big, right? Like like you don't have to be the space of being greedy if you had more money than you could ever spend. Even looking at the idea that people with a lot of money means that they're greedy. I mean, personally, I feel like that's just an energy that we have bought into as real and true, because it's an energy that stops us from having a lot of money, right? It's also an energy that even stops most of us from having money to even live comfortably, because we have decided that having a lot of money means all of these awful and terrible things. So we dynamically resist having a lot of money because we don't want to align, or we don't want to become all of these nasty things. And I'm telling you, money does not have to change you. It can accentuate your life. It can create more for your life. It can create more for everyone around you. Yeah, everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of your universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. And just receive. What can you receive to have more money than you can ever spend? Yeah, and just receive. It doesn't have to mean that, I think we all can identify that we maybe know a rich old person who's grouchy and doesn't like to share, right? That doesn't have to be you. You don't have to be that. You don't have to align with that. You don't have to agree with that. You don't have to be that. Everything, all of that is. Wow, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Yeah, more space, 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 more space. What resistance do you have around money? Like, if you had money, yeah, everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. We have like all these weird viewpoints. Like, oh my gosh, if I had a lot of money, I'd have to pay a lot of taxes. Okay. So if you had more money than you could ever spend, would it matter if you had to pay taxes on it? Yeah, everything, all of that is. Ooh, and everywhere you resist and react to that, everything, all of that is. Yeah, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of your universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. What can you receive to have more money than you can ever spend? And just receive for a moment. Just receive, 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 receive. So what would having more money than you could ever spend mean about you? Yeah, all of that too. Everything, all of that is. Wow. All of that, 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 all of that. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. And what can you receive to have more money than you could ever spend? And just receive that. Just receive that. Just receive that. So I want you to look at this like, as we're clearing out these viewpoints, as we're clearing out all of this polarity that you have around it, essentially, there are people, places, and things all over this universe just waiting to contribute to you. And maybe that means a free $5 car wash. And maybe that means yeah, $20 credit when you go to the froyo, whatever, right? Maybe that means you get a electric bill in the mail and you have a credit instead of a owed, right? So what you want to do is, as we're clearing this out and as you're really kind of looking at the money viewpoints that you have and really even allowing yourself to clear these out at home, what you want to do is you want to start acknowledging when money starts showing up for you. And you want to have a big acknowledgement when money shows up for you. You know, even if that means it's again, like a free car wash or a free coffee or a $20 credit when you go to froyo. I had that happen recently. We had a credit when we went to the yogurt place, right? And it's like, what you want to do is you want to celebrate those little things. You want to celebrate those victories. Like, you want to acknowledge that you are a powerful creator and you are creating money as a comfort zone. It's okay for money to be comfortable for you. Everywhere you're not allowed to be comfortable with money. Ooh, everything, all of that is, all of that. Ooh, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of your universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 and just receive. What can you receive to have a space for you to have more money than you can ever spend? Yeah, receive, 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 receive. You know, we're dealing with multi levels of generational lack. You know, uh, our parents weren't allowed to have money. You know, a generation before wasn't really allowed to have money. Like, we are dealing with generation upon generation upon generation where money's never really been like an ease. You know, and maybe we have like grandparents or even potentially even parents who had money, but it was kind of that idea that like you had to save, like you couldn't really have like luxury, right? You had to scrimp and save, and maybe they had money, but it wasn't like a space of having money that was comfortable or that was easy, right? It was always still kind of that continuous mind chatter or that worry about not having money. Yeah, that becomes a space that you become with money. And when you hold on to like anxiety or ease around, or anxiety or upset around money, that's the space that you create money from. And everywhere all of that is for you. All of that, 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 and all the shikyu, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog. Yes, around all of this, all of that, 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 everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Yeah, let it go, 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 let it go. Where's everywhere you're not allowed to have money? Well, it's getting lighter, but everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Let's just receive. Uh, what can you receive to have more money than you can ever spend? And just receive that for a moment. Receive, 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 receive. I want you to kind of play in that universe for a moment. What would you do? What would you create if you had more money than you could ever spend? Just feel that for a moment. What contribution would you be to this planet? What contribution would you be to the people around you if you had more money than you could ever spend? Yeah, just feel that space for a moment. How much more fun could you have? How many more joyful times in life could you create if money was one of those things that you never ever had to worry about ever again? Do you feel how much space and possibility is there? Yeah, more, 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 more. Everything, all of that is everywhere you feel like you can't, where you have resistance to it, everywhere you're not allowed to have that much space and that much ease and that much possibility. Everything, all of that is. And all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Yeah. Let all that go, let all that go, let all that go, let all that go. You know, it's amazing how many viewpoints we have around why we can't have money. at the beginning of 2018, the beginning of this year, I did a 3-month program. It was 90 days. And each day I took a different concept around money. It was called, the program's called Magic Money Boot Camp. And basically I took a different concept around money. Like, let's just take the concept of paying taxes, right? I can't have too much money because then I'm going to have to pay taxes, and taxes are scary. And, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to be scared. I don't want to get in trouble, right? I mean, there's so many viewpoints just around paying taxes. So for 90 straight days, what I did was I took every single thought I could possibly think about that would put us into resistance of money. Okay, so taxes is one thought, I will say, and all of the viewpoints that come up around taxes and having money and how it's scary and blah, blah, right? And I spent like the whole call kind of just clearing that out. So for 90 straight days, I took a ton of different viewpoints. I did like, what does money mean about you? Where are you not allowed to have money? You know, where does money even mean about you? Because we have so many different, and I know that doesn't maybe make sense logically, but it has a charge on it. And what that actually does is that is a place or a space that you have stored around you where you're literally not allowed to receive money. Yeah, everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? Yeah, vaporize, 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 vaporize. So for 90 straight days, I took all of these different concepts that I could think about that had to do with resistance of money, or had to do where you could potentially have a storage space that says you're not allowed to receive in this area. And I did a call, like I don't know, they were shorter calls, 10, 15 minutes a day, potentially. And some of them came with worksheets and things that you could write down that you could help clear yourself. And I even had some clearing sheets in there to teach you how to clear this stuff out yourself. Because here's what I'm aware of is, if every single one of us decided to have money and we started choosing money a conscious choice in this world, and we started to realize that we could actually have more money than we can spend if we can choose it. If we can spend time actually feeling what it would be like to have that kind of money, what it would look like to have that kind of money, what it would create for our lives to have that kind of money. And we were in that space where we could actually choose it, where we could say, you know what, yes, I will have that, please. I will have money. I will have a space of having money. I will be the space to be able to contribute to other people because I am the willingness to have money. I know that if we can do that together, each one of us, one by one, we can start dramatically changing the way that this world operates. Because I know that when I have more money than I can ever spend, I'm going to use that money, and I actively use the money I have right now to help other people create different realities for themselves with money. Yeah, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space. And everywhere you're not allowed to choose that for yourself, everything, all of that is all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes, and can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. So that 90 days, it's called Magic Money Boot Camp. It's on my website, and it's basically now it's just an energetic transmission. You can still buy that program, and every single day for 90 days, you get an email from me that talks about one specific viewpoint, whether it's, what does money mean about you? You know, what does paying taxes mean? I mean, there's just a ton of different concepts around money, and it really gets into like being clear. One of the things I have learned about money is many of us just don't want to look at money. It's like we don't want to think about money. We don't want to figure out our money situation. Um, we don't want to, we have all this resistance to actually truly getting clear about money. And we have all this like scrambled unconsciousness when it comes to even thinking about money, right? It's like, oh no, don't look at the money, don't look at the money, don't look at the money. And I'm going to tell you right now, that unconsciousness exists and that resistance to money exists because it's the only thing that's stopping you from truly having the money that you desire. Everything, all of that is. All of that, 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 and all of that up there. Let's just freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it. Wow, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it. Everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of your universes? And can we just choose that now? And banish and vanquish and banish and vanquish and banish and vanquish and banish and vanquish. Revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, non-create, and vaporize, 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 vaporize. Yeah, just let all that go. Everything you said you would do for all of that, and everything that all of that said it would do for you. Yes, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of your universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, incinerate, dissolve, destroy, non-create, revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, non-create. Make null and void, 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 and vaporize, 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 vaporize. The rights, obligations, responsibilities, and access that you've accepted from all of their domains, and all the rights, obligations, responsibilities, and access that you've gave away from all of your domains. Can we just choose to vaporize, incinerate, dissolve, destroy, and uncreate all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, incinerate, dissolve, destroy, and uncreate, revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void, make null and void. And all the shaky stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog around all of this. Wow, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of your universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. This is truly the stuff, you guys, that's stopping you from having money. This is the stuff. This is the energetic storage space that you are holding on to when it comes to money. This is why you can't have money. This is why you can't hold on to money. This is why you're not allowed to have money in the bank. This is why as soon as you get money, you have to spend it. It's all of this energy. It's all of this unconsciousness that you have as your storage space about what money is. Yeah. And about what money means. That right there. And about all of that stuff about not being able to have it. Everything, all of that is. Wow, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. What is all the time and space that you have around money? Ooh, ooh, all of that. Oh, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Yeah, we've even bought into all of these places and spaces where we feel like money just can't flow to us, right? We have to take time to create it. It can't be easy, right? We can't just have it. Yeah, everything, all of that is. Wow. All of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of your universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Wow. Wow. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah. Let's just receive for a minute. So what can you receive to have more money than you can ever spend? And just receive. Receive, 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 receive. And if you don't know how to receive, if you haven't signed up for my free series yet, that's on my website. I have a 5-day free series where every single day I send you a tip or a tool about expanding your reality. You can find that on my website at www.jamie, Jamie Bates, BATES.com. And that's just a free series. It's right. You can sign up for it right on my homepage. It will come to you automatically. And it really gives you some tools to really, ask and receive, to stay expanded, those kind of things. There's some different audios in there that you can save. There's a couple sheets you can print off and really start kind of changing the energy, space, and consciousness that you're functioning in currently. Yeah, so back to this money thing. So this Magic Money Bootcamp that I have really takes each and every one of these concepts where you have a lot of this storage space, where you have all of these points of views about not being able to have money, and it actually allows you to have a different choice. Yeah, and you can also find that on my website as well. Same address, and just look up Magic Money Bootcamp. And it's 90 straight days of emails from me, and that may seem like a lot, but you don't have to do it all at once. But you will have it available to you, and maybe one day you're going to listen to one, and then you're going to skip a couple of days and you're going to listen to the next one, and then you're going to revisit it later. Like, you don't have to do it consistently. I mean, I do suggest, if you can, even if you just listen to it uh, in the morning when you're getting ready for work, or at night before you go to bed. It's really what it's really about is changing the energy around your viewpoints. Okay, so you don't have to be conscious for that. Kind of like my radio show, you might hear some of it and not hear some of it, and that's okay, because what the calls do, what those every single day short calls do, is they start changing the energy, space, and consciousness in which you function around the concept. So when you're talking about 90 days of money stuff, it's like every single day you might have a call that you listen to and you have no idea what I said, and that's okay, because it means that you just have a lot of unconscious energy around that concept. So oftentimes I'll have people tell me, they listen to one in particular over and over and over and over and over before they could hear it. And I have people tell me that they do the same series, 3 or 4 times in a row, just because it is changing things. Some of this stuff takes a while to get in there and really start changing the energy, space, and consciousness that you function within it. Because even around money, we have so many. Even if we look at agreements, right? We have lots of places where we've agreed not to have money, maybe where we even agreed to pay other people money and we haven't paid them back yet. Let's say you agreed to pay the neighbor Paul, I don't know, 500 cows, right? And you never did. Maybe that was 5 lifetimes ago. And so now, even though you might not consciously know, in your karma, in your karmic debt area, right, you still owe Paul for 500 cows. And then maybe that's equivalent to, I don't know, or 50 cows or whatever. Maybe that's equivalent to, $60,000. And in your energy, space, and consciousness, there's this karmic debt that sits in there that says, if you ever have money, you have to pay Paul back. And maybe Paul died before you could pay him back, and then you decided you hated Paul, or you found out stuff about Paul and you're like, oh, I'm never going to pay Paul back. I don't know. All of a sudden you have this karmic debt. And if you go, I'm never going to pay Paul back, then energetically you could even be standing in this viewpoint where you don't want to have money, because if you have money, that means that you're going to have to pay Paul back, right? I know that's kind of a weird wonky story, but it's true. Those are the kind of things that we store in our energy, space, and consciousness. And even likewise, maybe Paul owes you money, right? So you have this, maybe this big space where Paul owes you for 50 cows, right? And you're holding the space of like, oh, that Paul, and you might not energetic, or you might not consciously have that memory, but energetically you're holding space for that. I mean, truly, have you ever considered how much space you're holding for other people to pay you money? Wow, that's a little bit of space. Everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of your universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, vaporize, vaporize. Vaporize, 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 vaporize. So what we want to do is we want to actually clear those spaces and places out, because those spaces and places are actually holding up energy and actually preventing us from moving forward in our life. So doing the Magic Money Bootcamp really kind of helps transform that for you, so you can have more spaces and places where you can receive. Yeah. And then I also have the 30 days of money pulls, which is a 30-day series, but that is strictly on pulling money. So that is a lot of like, I mean, we do some clearings in there too, but it's a lot of pulling on, hey, you know, pulling on old debts, pulling on people, places, and things that want to pay you. People, places, and things that want to contribute to you. I think every single day we did a different pull. And so today let's kind of just run through a pull, because we just really cleared a lot of energy here around money. So let's do a quick pull here. So we're all the way expanded, right? So what we want to do is we want to envision ourselves. Let's envision ourselves in like the middle of a stadium, okay? Yeah, let's fill the stadium with all of the people, places, and things that would like to contribute to us having more money than we can ever spend. When I say things, I mean like businesses, I mean like uh, entities, like as far as entities even in the spiritual realm, and entities as far as like the government, anything that would like to contribute or maybe owes you money and can give you money right now, so you can fill that space of having more money than you can ever spend. So let's fill this whole stadium up with all of these people, places, and things. Yeah, and you're down at the very bottom of that stadium, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull pure positive life force energy, okay, from the universe, and we're going to pull that pure positive life force energy from behind each one of these people, places, and things, all these entities, all of these businesses, all of the things in the stadium, and we're going to pull that energy from behind them. We're going to pull that energy through these people, places, and things, businesses, entities, all of that stuff. And we're going to pull it, we're just going to pull it all the way through, all the way through, all the way through, and we're going to pull it through the space in between you, and then we're going to pull that energy all the way into your body. Yeah, and we're going to pull that energy all the way through, and we're just pulling and receiving and pulling and receiving. So you're essentially receiving this energy from all of these people, places, and things that want to contribute to you, want to give you money, more money than you could ever spend, right? All these people, places, and things, you're pulling through them, through the space in between, and into your body and being, and that energy is just going all the way through you. And what you're doing is you're just opening up to receiving from them. Okay, now there's no harm in this. You're not going to harm anybody by pulling, because all you're doing is pulling pure positive life force energy through their bodies. That's all you're doing. Pure positive life force energies through their bodies and into you. And you're not even keeping it, you're just pulling it out the other side. Essentially what you're doing is you're creating a channel so they can find you. Okay? And they can contribute to you, and you're receiving from them. Now, what you're actually also doing as well is you're when someone pulls pure positive life force energy through you, essentially it kind of helps with any contractions that you're in. It expands your reality. I mean, really, it's kind of a contributory energy to everyone. Okay. So you're pulling it through the space in between, you're receiving it into your body and being. And now what we're going to do is we're going to send them back some gratitude energy for contributing to you. We're going to send them back this energy of gratitude. So what we're going to do is we're still receiving into our body and being from all angles, basically, right? Because we're in the bottom of this football field and there's stadium is just full of people, places, and things that want to contribute to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to send back this energy of gratitude. Now how we're going to do that is through kind of in our armpit areas, okay? We're going to kind of take this energy of gratitude from the back of our body, and we're going to send it to all of these people, places, and things. We're going to let this gratitude go to each and every one of them from our armpit, our arm areas. We're going to send them all this gratitude. We're going to allow every single people, person, place, and thing in the stadium to receive this gratitude energy from you. Send them this gratitude for choosing to contribute to you, for choosing to show up in your reality and be present in your football field right now. We're going to send them this amazing gratitude for contributing. Yeah, send them a gratitude, send them a gratitude. We're going to let each and every one of them receive, and then we're going to pull that gratitude through them, and then we're going to receive that gratitude back into your body. So you're still receiving that pure positive life force energy, and now you're sending them back gratitude, and the gratitude's going to them and filling each and every one of them with gratitude from you, this gratefulness for each and every person, place, and thing in your stadium, every entity, every deity, everything that is there to contribute to you is being filled with gratitude, and that gratitude energy is coming back to you, and there's this just amazing space of expansion and gratitude available for not only you, but for every single person, place, and thing here. Yeah, filling it up, being this space, knowing that the universe has each and every one of your backs. And when we contribute to each other, we create a greater circle of contribution for each and every one of us to have. There's enough for all of us. There is no limit. This is an ask and receive universe, and the universe has your back. You are an amazing receiver, and you receive from everyone and everything. And just receive for a moment here. Yeah, just really allow your body to just receive. Receive, 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 receive. Awesome. And you can just allow yourself to receive for this for a little while, and eventually it'll kind of all quit flowing. But as you're standing here receiving and you're sending that gratitude energy back, make sure you let every one of those people, places, and things know that you are ready to receive. You will have the money now. You will have the contribution that they have to give you now, please. And just receive. Now they know where to find you. They know the trail to bring you the money. They have a space for you. Awesome. Yeah. And this is kind of just an energy that will eventually kind of trickle off, but it just fills you up. And it can fill every single one of those people, places, and things up as well, sending this amazing contribution into the world for the spaces and places for you and every single person, place, and thing that showed up. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for doing that with me today. And on my website, again, you can actually go to the 30 Days of Money polls, and there's actually a different poll every day for 30 days, similar to the boot camp. You know, you guys, if we can all get into this space of having money and make the contribution to each other and sharing money, that is a space that's going to change this world. Awesome. So thank you. We're kind of running out of time here for today. So thank you for listening to me today. If you enjoyed my show, please share with me what this show has created for you. If you have a major windfall or something amazing happens, please let me know. You can join me on my Expand Your Reality Facebook group as well, where I share free tools, sometimes free information, free calls there. I would love to have you. And again, thank you so much for listening to me today. And what can you receive today to have more money than you can ever spend? Yeah, receive. Thank you so much for listening to me today, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.
You have been listening to Expand Your Reality with your host, Jamie Bates. Thank you for listening.